Have you ever wondered how New York City, the bustling metropolis we know today, came to be? Our story begins centuries ago, long before skyscrapers and subways, with the Native American tribes who first called this region home. Tribes such as the Lenape made their living off the fertile land, fishing in the rivers, hunting in the forests, and farming the soil. Fast forward to the early 17th century, the Dutch, led by Henry Hudson, established a settlement here, calling it New Amsterdam. This small trading post, nestled at the southern tip of Manhattan Island, represented the hopes and dreams of a new world, a world where trade and commerce would shape the future. But the Dutch's hold on this new world was not to last. In 1664, the British sailed into the harbor, seized control without a single shot being fired, and rechristened the settlement New York, in honor of the Duke of York. New York's strategic location and natural harbor made it a crucial player during the American Revolution. It was here, in 1776, that George Washington read the Declaration of Independence aloud to the citizens, igniting a spark of hope and defiance that would eventually lead to America's independence. Following the Revolution, New York continued to grow and prosper. By the end of the 18th century, it had transformed from a colonial outpost into a bustling port city. Ships from around the world docked at its harbors, bringing goods, ideas, and people, shaping the cultural and economic landscape of the city. From a small Dutch trading post to a major player in the American Revolution, New York was on its way to becoming the city we know today. As we delve into the next chapters of New York's history, we'll see how this city continued to evolve, facing challenges and embracing opportunities, shaping not just itself, but the world at large. How did New York transform from a port city to a booming industrial metropolis? The answer lies in the 19th century, a remarkable era of change and progress. The Industrial Revolution, a period of rapid industrial growth, was a game-changer for New York. Factories sprang up, manufacturing goods at an unprecedented scale. This industrial upsurge led to an economic boom, attracting people from far and wide in search of work and opportunity. But the Industrial Revolution was just one piece of the puzzle. The construction of the Erie Canal was another significant development. Completed in the early 1820s, this engineering marvel connected the Hudson River to the Great Lakes, making New York the gateway to the American West. The canal turned New York into a bustling hub of trade and commerce, further fueling its growth. However, New York's transformation was not only about bricks, mortar, and machinery. It was also about people, specifically the influx of immigrants who arrived on its shores. Ellis Island, the iconic gateway for millions of immigrants, played a pivotal role in this chapter of New York's history. From the late 19th to the mid-20th century, Ellis Island was the stepping stone to a new life for more than 12 million immigrants. These newcomers brought with them their dreams, their determination, and their diverse cultures. From the Irish escaping the Great Famine to the Italians seeking a better life, to the Eastern European Jews fleeing persecution, each group added a unique thread to the intricate tapestry of New York's culture. They shaped the city's neighborhoods, its cuisine, its music, and its spirit. So, in answering our question, we see it was a combination of industrial growth, strategic location, and a wave of immigration that transformed New York from a port city to a booming metropolis. The Industrial Revolution and mass immigration transformed New York into a melting pot of cultures, setting the stage for the city's future. When did New York begin to resemble the city we know today? A question that takes us back to the late 19th and early 20th century. This was a transformative era for the Big Apple, an era marked by the construction of iconic landmarks that have since become synonymous with the city's identity. First, let's talk about the Brooklyn Bridge. Completed in 1883, this engineering marvel not only connected Manhattan and Brooklyn for the first time, but also symbolized the unity and ambition of a growing metropolis. A testament to human ingenuity, the bridge was a beacon of hope for many, an emblem of a city that was literally bridging the gap between the old and the new. And then, in 1886, Lady Liberty arrived from France. The Statue of Liberty, standing tall on Liberty Island, became an enduring symbol of freedom and democracy. For millions of immigrants arriving by sea, she was the first glimpse of America, a beacon of hope promising new beginnings. Fast forward to the 1930s, and the Empire State Building pierced the New York skyline. At over a quarter of a mile high, it was the world's tallest building until 1970. This Art Deco masterpiece not only redefined the city's skyline, but also symbolized New York's indomitable spirit during the Great Depression. Speaking of the Great Depression, this period of economic hardship left an indelible mark on the city. Yet New York's resilience shone through and the city emerged stronger, laying the foundation for its future as a global financial hub. World War II further shaped New York, as the city became a crucial center for the war effort. The Brooklyn Navy Yard, for instance, was the busiest shipbuilding facility in the United States, and Times Square served as a rallying point for victory celebrations. With its iconic skyline taking shape, New York was becoming the world's city. From the towering heights of the Empire State Building to the enduring symbol of freedom that is the Statue of Liberty, the birth of modern New York is an epic tale of ambition, resilience, and transformation. How did New York fare in the second half of the 20th century and into the new millennium? With the end of World War II, New York experienced an economic boom that transformed it into a global financial powerhouse. The city's economy, largely driven by the finance, media, and entertainment industries, soared, making New York the economic capital of the world. Yet, beneath this prosperity lay social unrest. The 1960s and 70s saw the rise of cultural and social movements that swept across the city. The civil rights movement, the women's liberation movement, and the gay rights movement all found a vibrant and vocal platform in the city. These decades were a time of change and redefinition, a time when New York became a melting pot of ideas, cultures, and identities. However, the city was not immune to financial turmoil. The 1980s brought with them a series of financial crises that threatened to topple the city's economic standing. The city was on the brink of bankruptcy and crime rates skyrocketed. Yet, New York proved its resilience. The city implemented stringent financial controls and embarked on a vigorous campaign to restore law and order. As we moved into the 21st century, the city faced one of its darkest hours. The attacks of September 11, 2001, left an indelible mark on the city. Yet, even in the face of such adversity, New York showed its remarkable spirit. The city banded together, and in the years following the attacks, it embarked on a path of recovery and growth. The city we see today is a testament to that resilience. Despite the challenges, New York has grown and evolved, constantly reinventing itself. From its towering skyscrapers to its bustling streets, the city pulses with an energy that is undeniably New York. Despite numerous challenges, New York has shown an incredible resilience, constantly reinventing itself. What makes New York the city it is today? The answer to this question is as diverse and multifaceted as the city itself. New York today stands as a global hub for finance, culture, and diplomacy. It is the city where Wall Street dictates the pulse of the world economy, and the United Nations seeks to maintain global peace. It's a city that never sleeps, with a vibrant, ever-evolving culture that thrives day and night. New York's diversity is its strength. It is a melting pot of cultures, faiths, and ideas, a place where over 800 languages are spoken. This diversity is reflected in every aspect of the city's life, from its food and music to its art and fashion. Imagine the spectrum of experiences one can have in a single day, from listening to a jazz performance in Harlem, dining on authentic dumplings in Chinatown, to catching a Broadway show at night. Yet, New York is more than just a city, it's a symbol. A symbol of America, of dreams and opportunities. It's a place where people from all over the world come to make their dreams come true, to be a part of the iconic New York skyline. It's a beacon of resilience, having weathered economic downturns, societal upheavals, and even devastating attacks. Each time the city has emerged stronger and more vibrant, a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. New York is a city that embraces change, constantly evolving while still retaining its rich history. Whether it's the transformation of old warehouses in Brooklyn into tech hubs or the preservation of historic landmarks, the city balances progress with respect for its past. From its humble beginnings as a Dutch trading post to its current status as a global icon, New York City's history is a testament to its resilience, diversity, and constant evolution. It's a city that's always moving, always changing, and yet at its core it remains deeply rooted in its storied past. It's a city that's truly like no other, a city that has and will continue to shape the world in countless ways.